Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Raw Leadership Talk. When it's Tuesday, we bring you the Raw Leadership Talk, and I'm so glad that you are here. Where are you joining us from? I will be more than glad to know from you. Today, we begin the Mentorship series, Part 1, featuring Charles Msilanga. So we're going to have a fantastic time in this place, discussing the Raw Leadership Talk. But for the time being, let's listen to Handa Messiah, Water Music, even as we get ready. Where are you watching us from? You can put it in the comments. We'll be glad to know where you're tuning in from. My name is Mugera. I'm the coach. I'm the speaker. Glad that you could tune in today. So let's go to the Raw Leadership Talk, and the topic of the day being mentorship series. That for the whole month of March, we will be looking at mentorship series, and I'm going to be bringing different people here. We have a wonderful discussion on the whole aspect of mentorship. Let me give my friend Charles to just introduce himself. Charles, how are you?
Very fine, Dan. I'm doing better than yesterday and better than always.
Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. How was your day today?
Oh, my day was amazing. Too much work and too much travel at the same time, but all is well.
Thank you very much. I know, Charles, we met several years back. You were young. I think by the time you were doing your CPS, I'm not sure whether you had already begun your university studies. But then I remember a young man walking to me and telling me, Dan, I want to be a speaker. I'm very passionate about inspiring people. I think that's all you wanted to do by that time, and you asked me whether I could mentor you. So what inspired you to get into this industry of personal development, Charles?
You see, what inspired me, Dan, was when somebody came and did this to me. Somebody came and transformed my life through speaking. And I felt that I needed to do something to reach people that particular person couldn't reach. All right. And I could see a specific gap from where I was being raised, my upbringing, that the reality is it's not that people don't have potential, but people lack people to show them and tell them that they actually have potential to become the people that they were created to become. So when that happened to me, that I got to discover my potential through the power of words and speaking, I got to a level where I felt that I need to do this. And also the aspect of God, knowing God and having an understanding of purpose, I came to the realization that indeed I was meant to do this and I should do this.
Wonderful. And I know it's been several years. You've been growing. It would be important for people to know where are you so far in your business, and what are the challenges you face. You went ahead and even began your own personal development organization, teaching people public speaking, personal development, mentoring young people. Where are you so far? And what are some of the challenges that you face in this industry?
Well, Dan, I'm at a point in my life where I believe with no shadow of doubt that I am living a purposeful life. This is the reason why. I am at a level where I got to start my own coaching business, where I help people through speaking and coaching so that they can be able to discover their full potential, and we equip them so that they can become people of influence and significance in this life and in their life journey. So I am at a level where I am a coach. So I help people become better through the life coaching journeys and transformational coach, as I have stated it. And I'm also at a point where I, like you, run a company that trains people in public speaking. All right. And thanks to you for mentoring me and helping me discover that potential and that dimension. So I help people in becoming public speakers because I am a product of somebody who delivered an outstanding speech and made influence in my life. And I felt that I need to duplicate that so that I can be able to develop and make more speakers in this world so that they can be agents of influence and significance and change the world for the better. And in terms of challenges done, I have to admit we are in a country that they underrate and they disrespect, for lack of a better word, speakers. They think that we are doing this for a hobby. They think many people think that this is just a hobby. You're doing this for fun, but in reality, we are not doing this for fun. We are doing this for purpose, and we are not doing this just to for fame or anything, but this is an assignment that we invest and put all into it because we believe in the power and the potential that this thing has, not only in the community, but also in the country and the world at large, starting from an individual perspective. So that's one thing whereby the aspect of people understanding your value in terms of what you do, they don't see it. But at the same time, Dan, we are also getting into a season in this life where people will reach at a point where they have to live and hire coaches.
Yes.
So I see a lot of potential in that perspective.
Thank you very much. I think you have said a very important word. They say it's a life's assignment. It's a life's assignment. And because of that, you are able to overcome challenges. You are able to keep moving because you're not just doing it for fun. It's your calling, it's your purpose, it's your life assignment. I am aware, Charles, that you have a bachelor's in economics and finance, and you are a CPA-K, if I got it right. You're a CPA-K. Why the shift to personal development? Why the shift to personal development?
Well, you're right, Dan. I'm a CPA finalist, and I'm actually going to graduate with my degree in economics and finance this year. So thank you so much. So the aspect of the shift coming in happens in this way. As I stated earlier, when I got to understand that there is something called a calling and purpose, I discovered that I did not waste time to study these courses in the university, but rather these are a stepping stone to support what I'm doing at the moment. And the reason as to why I'm not focusing or practicing as a full-time economist or as a full-time accountant is because I realized, Dan, that your education can give you a salary, but your talents, giftings, and skills can make you a fortune. And by fortune here, I do not only mean material fortune, but what I mean here is relationship fortune. Through this journey, and I've been able to meet a lot of people that I think if I followed that other path, I wouldn't have met. But not only in terms of the result, but also when we get back to the why to me as to the reason as to why I got into personal development, the why is because I wanted to do something that is bigger than me and to influence the world and to become a person of influence and significance to the world, whereby I go and meet and interact people. That is why I believe I got into this other perspective. And also to have a sense whereby I thank God I got this early in life, a sense of clarity as to what exactly I want in this life. And when anyone and everyone gets that clarity, they will avoid wasting so much time doing things that they are not wired to do, but rather perfecting on something that they are actually wired and created to do. And when you discover that, it will make you get a niche. And for me, I got a niche, and this niche is in the personal development field, which I'm really looking forward, and I'm passionate about it, and I'm very consistent for it and in it.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having a wonderful discussion here with Charles Msilanga in the Raw Leadership Talk, featuring Charles in this mentorship series, part one. And the whole month, we're going to be having different people here, talking about their journey in life. And I'm glad that you could join in today, even as we continue with this wonderful discussion. And I want to believe that you're getting 1-2 points that are helping you, even as we continue with this discussion or on Raw Leadership Talk. Charles, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to travel the world a bit. What valuable lessons can you say that you got from some of the programs that you did that you brought back home? And what would you say to people that are young people who are seated there claiming there are no jobs? People are suffering a lot. Africa is so much behind. What would you say?
First, Dan, this is what I will say, that I think we need to be a people where we are thinking globally and acting locally. Because some of the challenges the world is facing, not the world, but maybe people from my country or any other country or somebody who hasn't traveled, is a problem of exposure. We think things need and always have to be done in this way. All right. Yeah. And the reason as to why I feel that I'm on the right path of personal development is because having an opportunity to travel in different parts of the world, I came to the realization and to the understanding that, Dan, for you to succeed, you need accountability. You need someone who will tell you that this is the way for you to go. You need someone who will challenge you on the strategies that you need to take. Now, getting to travel in different parts of the world, I came to the realization that there are parts of this world that people hire coaches. The same way you have a doctor, the same way you have a lawyer, personal lawyer, people hire coaches. All right. And this is something that I came to. And this is something that I came to the realization, an understanding in this world, which I feel in this part of the country, it's not really valued, where I feel that if we have people who we can hire as our coaches, then our lives will have a whole new turn and a whole new sense of transformation, because you can never see the picture if you are in the frame. So when you have a coach, you have someone who is out of the frame, and they can tell you exactly how beautiful your picture looks like, how marvelous your picture looks like, and what are some of the things that needs to be changed, transformed, and updated so that that picture will become better and much efficient as far as your life picture is concerned. So that is the one component that I feel is very important that I need to talk about this evening. The other thing about people not seeing opportunities, especially many people will complain that this is not working, or this is the way it has always been done. I will say this, that no one is responsible for your life except yourself. Yes. And I will also say this, the other statement I will say is that when you start working on discovering your calling, you will avoid wasting so much time hanging around looking for a job that will give you a lot of money. Yet the shortcut to life is when you discover your calling. When you discover your calling, you will discover something that will outlive you, something that will live even when you're dead, because that is the first step of creating a legacy. And I also want to say this statement that I had from one of my mentees, one of my my clients who I coach. She is called Chef Maliha. She has the world record in terms of the person who cooked the most in terms of hours. And this is what she told me. She said, Charles, in this life, it's either you're phenomenal or you will be forgotten. And ever since she told me that, I'm actually living by that, realizing that in this life, be phenomenal or you will be forgotten. And that is my
Wonderful.
mantra at the same time. And I think everyone, especially the ones who are complaining, I want them to
Mhm.
understand that you need to be phenomenal or else you will be forgotten, because when you complain, you don't act. And when you don't act, you don't move. And when you don't move, you don't live. And when you don't live, you're not relevant.
That's a great one right there. You need to be phenomenal or you will be forgotten. Thank you, Brian Bolo, for tuning in. Dorothy Mundui, Julius Mwiti, Vincent Mayaka, Bishop Uhuru. Thank you very much for being here, joining us this discussion on the Raw Leadership Talk. So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, Charles? If I may ask, where do you see yourself?
Dan, that question, I have a clear roadmap on exactly where I see myself in the next 5 years, from
Mhm.
academics to business to family. But in a highlight, this is what I will say in terms of seeing myself 5 years from now. I see a Charles Msilanga going to different nations to spread this gospel of mentorship, transformation, and coaching. I see
Mhm.
Charles Msilanga having an opportunity not only to be an outstanding coach, but to be a coach that raises other coach, raises other speakers. And my goal is that in the next 10 years that I want to raise 10 million people, not only to become coaches and speakers, but also to become people who will be people who know exactly what they want in life. They're working towards that particular goal and they are becoming those particular people. That's exactly the thing that I want to do in the next 5 years.
Thank you very much, Charles. Thank you very much. It's a very great vision. And I want to pray God for God's grace upon your life, even to make sure that this particular vision is accomplished. Is there a book you're working on, Charles? Is there something, a material book that you're working on? And would you want to
Sure.
tell our viewers when do you see it coming out? And what is it all about? Uh-huh.
Sure. Dan, I've written a book called Protect Your Courage. And as one of my confidants, I'm sure you know about it. And this book is actually going to come in the next, not more than 2 months, between 1 to 2 months from today. I'm going to release that book. And it's a book about courage. And you know, Dan, a lot of people are not living the lives that they were created to live, a life that they were meant to live, a life that they have potential of living, because they are not courageous to live what they are currently seeing, to face what is currently unknown. So the book is about helping someone understand that the unknown could be the path to the known vision that is in here. And then this book is also a book of hope, influence, and significance, where it will challenge people to understand that they have something significant within them, and the only thing that separates them and them achieving or viewing or witnessing that particular vision that they have within them is courage. And that is why the book is titled Protect Your Courage. When people protect their
Wow.
courage, they will be able to live a life of influence and a life of purpose.
I think I like the title. I think I like the title, Protecting Your Courage, because there are so many cowards in this life. They fear moving towards particular direction because they care much about what people will say or circumstances will do for their life. And so, protecting your courage. That's the book, guys, and we have to anticipate Charles bringing out this book in the next 2 months and pushing to make sure that he does that so that we can be able to enjoy and connect with the content of that particular book. I can see Vincent Mayaka is already asking for a copy. Don't worry, Vincent. In the next 2 months, the book is going to be out. Just as we conclude the Raw Leadership Talk today, I want to give you 3 minutes to just take it away. Take it away, man. Take it away.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Now, this is the thing I want to tell everyone viewing this currently and everyone who will view this in the future. I want to tell you something about legacy. You see, the life that you're living right now could be an indicator and a determination on how your children will live, and even your grandchildren will live, and even your great-grandchildren will live. So I want you to understand that you're very powerful, you're very capable, and that the choices you make today will not only make you, but the legacy and the generation that is coming ahead of you. And I want to challenge someone that they need to create a precedent of themselves and of their lives, that make sure that in anything and everything you're doing in this life, have a realization that you need to create a standard. It's either you're phenomenal or you will be forgotten. And focus on becoming a phenomenal individual, because the reality of this life is that everything and anything that we need, we have. And that we are the sum total of the choices and decisions that we make in this life. And whatever it is that you want to achieve in this life, all that you need is all that you have. And all that you have is all that is required for you to become the person that God created you to become. And finally, God does not waste time to create nobodies. If you're listening to me right now, never, ever, ever make a conclusion of your life based on your current circumstances and the things that you're going through in life today. And that God created you for a reason, and whatever it is that you're going through at this time and in this season, it's actually something that makes you to become the person that you need to become, and that you need to become before you perform. So the process and the journey of becoming is much more important than you performing. So become before you perform. Thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's been a wonderful takeaway, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the Raw Leadership Talk. We keep it real here, the Raw Leadership Talk. We connect, we develop leaders, we challenge leaders. And today, in our mentorship series, part 1, we have featured Charles Msilanga. I want to hope that you will be ready to connect with us next Tuesday as we feature another person so that you can get to hear their story. God bless you. God bless you. And see you next Tuesday. So Coach Dan Mugera, and I've been here in the company of Charles Msilanga.
Thank you so much, Dan. God bless you.